What's up, YouTube? It's your boy King Tay, and I'm back with another video for you guys. So today we're gonna be talking about what if Derrick Rose would have never got injured. And this was the biggest upsets for me, but for the Bulls fans and the NBA also, because he was the most favorable player ever, especially in his 2010-2011 season. That was one of the most favorite players that everybody really liked at the time. And this is one of my favorite players that was ever to play the game. And honestly, to me, he should be going down in history for that one season he had, because he looked like one of the best point guards in NBA history. But that's my opinion. Now, he was an overall draft pick in 2008, the youngest MVP in NBA history at age 21. And of course, he was Derrick Rose. You know, nobody could stop him in 2011-2010 season. So what had happened was, it was a playoff game, and Derrick Rose went up for a layup, and he had landed bad on his foot. And all that pressure was coming down on it, and of course, you guys know he tore his ACL. About that game, first off, he wasn't supposed to be in because they were already winning. That's first. Second, Derrick Rose, when he comes down, he would put all the pressure on one leg. So, you know, like right here, when Derrick Rose would come down, he would put all his pressure on one leg because he would hop off that one leg to catch his balance. And that's what really was messing him up at the time. You can't put all your pressure on one leg coming down, because it's like so hard. Imagine like it's just like something crushing it, you know what I mean? Especially when you're going up that high. And he kept doing it. So if you eventually if you keep doing it, something's going to happen. And what happened is an ACL tear. Now after that, Derrick, you know, he started getting in the gym, determined at the time, and you know, ready to come back and get a new season going, ready to be the same Derrick Rose. But things turned for him. It went down the baddest path you could ever see from. Like, the worst path. He was less explosive. And it wasn't the season, like, right after he came back, because he was still kind of explosive after he came back. But it was like, you could tell he didn't feel right. It didn't feel right to him. Just the way he was moving. He didn't get the same movement, the same jukes he was doing. He didn't have the same speed, didn't have none of that. Like, he's not even as fast as he used to be now. You look at him on the Knicks now, he has nowhere near the speed he had when he was with the Bulls in 2011. Nowhere near the speed. His explosiveness is garbage. It's fucking garbage. It's trash. Throw that shit in the garbage. That shit is trash. Like, hot garbage. Boo-boo shit. And compared to 2011, when he was a fucking god, a demigod that you would want to play with, oh my god, that explosiveness was crazy. Nobody was trying to guard him. Nobody. This nigga was dunking on people. This nigga was crossing people up, stealing the ball. Defense was amazing. Now, I ain't gonna lie, he had a pretty decent season this year with 18 points per game, which is okay. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not good enough to be a starting point guard in the NBA to me, and neither to the GMs and the coaches on the NBA. It's not good enough, but it's okay. It's good to come off the bench, and you want somebody averaging 18 points a game to come off the bench. Now, we saw him go to Cleveland, which is a good move for him, because I think this will be his time to try to revive his career. If he don't do it this year, honestly, it's really over with. Like, really, it's honestly over with if he don't do it this year. He's going to have to rely on LeBron. And I think LeBron will honestly help Derrick Rose out. We saw these guys compete on each other on a daily basis when Derrick Rose was healthy. When he was healthy, him versus LeBron was amazing to watch, because they knew that they wanted to beat each other. You know what I mean? These guys was opponents. You know, these guys were rivals in the finals. And that was the thing about the Bulls. They just couldn't get past LeBron. And it wasn't Derrick Rose. He just didn't have enough help at the time. And so, with him going to Cleveland now, I think it would help him. And, you know, he recently just got done working out with LeBron in Las Vegas, and with Russell Westbrook. They always working out together. And that would help him, you know, straighten up his legs, straighten up his knees. You know, he need all the working out he could get with LeBron. You know, you guys know how LeBron work out, so shit, he needs all that shit for them motherfucking legs, because them bitches damn near finna fall off. But he is my favorite player ever to play the game. Now, recently LeBron and Wade had came out and said that they were actually going to go to the Bulls when Derrick was there until he got hurt. So when I heard that, I was like, damn, really? Like, I would have loved to see him, LeBron, and Wade be on the same team. That would have been some amazing ass shit to see, you know what I mean? And they probably would have won about maybe 4 to 3 championships, honestly. Cause man, that would have been a killer team. A healthy ass Derrick Rose with a LeBron and a Wade. We're not talking about a washed up Wade. We're talking about that D Wade. And we had Joakim Noah too. Come on now. Come on now. We would have been a killer team. And honestly, we would have been what the Warriors are now, which nobody could beat them. But I mean, it's okay because Kevin Durant a bitch anyways. But anyways, let's get back to Derrick. If he would have never got injured, I think he would have probably he would have never left the Bulls, but he would have asked for help because he wasn't getting enough help at all. He was playing with a bunch of scrubs. The only scrub he wasn't playing with was Joakim Noah. And Joakim Noah, honestly, I love Joakim Noah. I love the way he played with Derrick, and they've been friends for a while. As you see, they went both to the New York Knicks. So, you know, they went there, and Derrick, he was honestly playing pretty good. You know, he was showing flashes of his old self. Not completely, but it was little things that he was doing, like, that was showing he really been trying to put the work in and get back. And you could tell he kind of lost some of his determination. He lost confidence in himself because, honestly, when you in that hospital bed, you just sitting there thinking about it, man. You know, it's hard, steady getting injured, man. It's hard to come back from that stuff. You got to keep going through therapy. You got to re-heal the pain. You know, all that stuff builds up. So when people get on Derrick Rose about how he doesn't play like he used to, of course he's not going to play like he used to. Because all his bones were healthy. Nothing was hurting him. You know what I mean? Everything was nice and smooth on him. Who knows what Derrick Rose got now? He could have a fake hip, fake knees. Who knows what he got now? I don't know what his medical records are. I know his injuries, but I don't know what he actually got done except for surgeries. Now, he tore both of the meniscus in both of his legs. Come on now. He tore his ACL. That's a really big injury. Well, Westbrook came back from it, but it's different from everybody, you know. Who knows? Everybody got different bodies and everybody react differently to injuries. And as you can see, Derrick Rose, he couldn't handle the injuries. It just started piling up on him. So when that stress comes, you don't know what to do. It ain't no way you could get your game back. It's no way. Do I ever think he'll be 2011? No, he'll never be up to that level. Never, ever really be up to that level MVP. But do I think he could get close to it? Most definitely. He can't get close to it if he just push himself and drive himself to get back as close as possible to getting to it. But it's all about what he wants to do. Because as you see, Westbrook came back from it. And where is he at now? He just won MVP this year. So it's all about what you want to do and how you going to handle yourself. Now, when he got injured, you know, a lot of stuff had changed. You know, it was a different mindset for the Bulls. Tom Thibodeau, he started playing them different. And everybody started realizing we don't have an MVP no more. So when the Bulls started realizing that, you know, they kind of wanted to, like, start pushing everybody out because he was a franchise player. You know, he had a max deal with him. I think it was a 5-year, $90 million deal. And he just got signed to Adidas. He wanted to be the face of Adidas. He had a contract with Mitchell and Ness. Yeah, Mitchell and Ness. He had a suit contract with Armani in exchange. And so a lot of things was going for him, you know, at this time. But it's like, when you get injured, you know, things start to fall downhill. Like, such as his shoes. His shoes don't even sell no more. Them things are shit in themselves, dude. You don't see nobody picking up no Derrick Roses anymore, you feel me? But when he was 2011, them things were selling like hotcakes, man. So all he could do now is really just try to get back to that level. And he even said, somebody had asked him, you know, would you ever be your vintage self? And he said, vintage, man, if I could hoop, I could hoop. And that shows you he doesn't have any confidence in himself because all the injuries, there's nothing. He don't feel the same. You don't feel the same after an injury. You know what I mean? So when he say if I could hoop, I could hoop, that shows you like it's really over with. You're never getting a 2011 MVP again on your team. You know what I mean? All he could do is just try. That's all he could do is try, work out, and do good this year. With LeBron on his team, I think everything should work out. If the Cavaliers don't trade Kyrie, he would be a perfect backup for them because Dan Williams obviously wasn't doing the job. But if Derrick just, I don't know, if he still got it in him, I think he should have it in him. I think he could have it in him. You see, he don't want to be a backup, obviously. He want to start for a team, but he doesn't see that he's not a starter in his eyes. He believes that he's still good. You know what I mean? And that's how he should believe. You know, it's himself. He should always believe in himself. But the confidence level for his play is all the way down, guys. But tell me what you think about Derrick Rose. Tell me how you think he's gonna do with Cleveland. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. I'm out.